Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I'm Adeni Ajishafet. I'm taking around the world of sport. A lot of activities. Looking at Nigeria contingent, they'll be traveling tonight to Riyadh for weightlifting championship. Hopefully they will do us proud. We'll be looking at this and also some stories in the world of football alongside Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good morning, Adeni. It's my pleasure being here.
Yes, actually a wonderful, let me just take you back briefly, a wonderful weekend for the Gunners.
Yes, a wonderful weekend for you and your team. And, I'm sure you are happy with my prediction.
Of course. In fact, that prediction, like they say in Nigeria, 3 bosses for you.
3 bosses for me. It's a very good one. I recalled on in the match, and I got 2 calls when Rashford scored the first goal from some of our viewers and saying, Mr. Lawale, your prediction is not going to work. And Rashford has scored, and this is about 20 minutes. I was like, I know what I'm saying. The pressure will bounce on Manchester United. And after the match, I have to call him 3 times. I send message, no response.
No response. No response there. Well, for Gunners, they continue to celebrate that. Let's see how it goes because the league is a marathon. Just to give you some banter in the studio before we start the journey of the day, that's to do with sport. Let's start with weightlifting. IWF championship that will be coming up in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We have 6 Nigerians that will be representing Nigeria over there in Saudi Arabia. Well, the weightlifters are battle ready. They've been doing us proud when it comes to weightlifting, and we are so proud of them. 4 women and 2 men, they will be going to Saudi Arabia tonight. Let's quickly look at the list of those 6 weightlifters that represent Nigeria at the World Championship, that is International Weightlifting Federation. Well, we have Lawal Folashade Rafiatu who will be competing in 59 kilogram category. Olario Adijat Adenike, 59 kilogram category also. Eze Joy Ogbene for 71 kilogram. Ayodele Ruth Imole Ayo. Those are the 4 ladies who will carry, actually fly high the flag of Nigeria there. For the men, Umofia Edidion in the 73 kilogram category, and Akano Desmond, who will be fighting hard, or rather lifting hard in the 89 kilogram category. Weightlifting turning into wrestling there. Officials, Ojadi Aduche, Usman Shehu, and Okpo Dorothy Bernard. They will all be representing as officials there, while they at least see how the weightlifters can lift well in this championship that will be coming up in Riyadh. Hopefully, they will do us proud because they will start competing anything from 7th, and the event will run till 17th of this month.
Yeah, I'm sure they will do us proud. We are going with a contingent that have been tested and trusted. We are going with, like Folashade, for example, she's currently the gold medalist at the just concluded Commonwealth game. Effiong also bronze medalist also. So we're not going with people that have not been there before. The exposure, the experience is there. So what we just pray for is luck. Then for them not to have injury, because when it comes to weightlifting also, your hand can just switch at any time. Even your leg, if you didn't get your balancing very well, it can cause a lot of damages. I'm sure they know the tactics, they know the strategy. They're going to come back with what they are used to, bringing us gold medal.
Now, as it is right now, we just saw the Nigerian weightlifters will do us proud there. They are battle ready, and the competition will also serve as qualifier for the Olympics. They want to go to the Olympics in France, and they are really raring to go. Hopefully, they will get to Riyadh to do us proud in those categories, 59, 71, 89, 73. Talking about those Nigerians, 6 of them right now over there in Lagos. They've been in camp for 2 months, trying to see how they can better their lot in this sport. And we know, according to Olawale Peter, they are trusted and also tested. They've been there, they've been to Commonwealth Games, they've been to African Championship, and they've been able to show their class when it comes to this sport of weightlifting. And we hope that they will do us proud over there in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Well, we wish them the best as they move straight to Riyadh. Right now, we move away from weightlifting. Let's talk about football. Just 2 days ago, news came out that the coach of Super Eagles, Jose Peseiro, has actually extended his contract with the Super Eagles, with NFF, and he will be running with them, although on pay cut, he was earning $17,000, but right now, although the amount is not specified, but their particular price, or rather salary, has been slashed some amount, and now he will continue to be the coach of Super Eagles to take them to either semi-finals of the competition. That's the yardstick. Let's look at the focus. Peseiro's contract extension, pay cut, as Super Eagles coach. Well, some they've been talking that is it kind of desperate? Is it a desperate coach to continue with Super Eagles to upgrade his CV, or it's just that he wants to continue as the coach of Super Eagles to maintain efficiency with the players since they are used to him now? Let him continue, or is he out of desperado, or what? How do I call it now?
Okay, I don't know who is desperate between Peseiro and our NFF. So the desperation, I don't know where it's coming from, but I know there's desperation somewhere to start with. Number two, we are talking about a coach before he got to the country that was in Venezuela. He coached them for a good 1 year and they did not pay him a dime. And he got to the country, we started paying him $70,000 US per month. Now, the amount, his contract, and I will not call it extension, and I will not call it renewal. It's a fresh appointment because it's different from the one that he had before. If you look at the amount of money, a lot of people will say, oh, the amount is too much. To me, personally, $70,000 to pay a coach is not too much. But $70,000 to pay a coach of his caliber is 100 much, not even too much. Now look at Aliou Cisse, the coach of Senegal. He's the highest paid coach in Africa. He's being paid $310 US per month. Thousand per month. Then followed by the coach of Egypt, Victoria, is being paid $200,000 US per month. Followed by our neighboring noisy neighbor, the Ghanaian team, Ado, is being paid $130 also. So the amount to me is not too much, but for a caliber of Peseiro, who has played 9 matches, won 5, lost 4, who has no strategy, no plan, no future, no present, I think that amount is too much. Now, if they are talking about is taking a pay cut, what percentage? Because we have to be transparent and open in every dealings we are doing as it regards national interest. The money they are paying him is from taxpayers' money. The money is not from the income that NFF they are paying from their own personal purse. It's from the tax that me and you we are paying that comes to the coffer of the government and it was distributed. So how much is the pay cut? Nobody can give a claim to it. We know how much the president is earning. Almost all the 3 tiers of government, we know how much they are earning. Why the secrecy when it comes to the NFF, the team coach? Number 2, is Peseiro the right man for us? I would say no.
Like you just mentioned now, a lot of Nigerians are like, why must he be Peseiro every time? Why must he? As for the fact that some people mention Amuneke is there, Finidi George is there. At least if we can still look at those two, that okay, if you cannot even get any foreigner, if you cannot afford a foreign coach now, why don't we look inward? I'm sure if like some Nigerian football analysts are saying, okay, if you take Amuneke or Finidi George to tinker the tank of that particular team, something could be done, because a lot of these players will look up to them, oh, they were there, they saw it all. Peseiro's CV, I'm very, very sure it's not as rich, or it's not richer than Amunike's CV.
Sure. Sure. You see, the issue is not far-fetched from what we've been saying about did I use the word corruption that's been going on in NFF or what have you? Because if not, corruption is not about you taking money alone. You making a wrong judgment is corruption.
Favoring someone.
You're doing the wrong thing by favoring someone based on whatever you like, whatever you call it. It is corruption. So corruption comes in any form. I see no reason why we should still be thinking of renewing or even him taking a pay cut. And I can't say we cannot afford a foreign coach. We can afford a foreign coach. Now, let me take us back to the history lane. The most successful coach that we've ever had in this country still remains Clemens Westerhoff. He came to this country in 1989 when we failed to qualify for Italian 90, that's FIFA World Cup, by losing to to Cameroon away from home. He came in 1989, and how much were they paying him then? So we still have all these coaches around Africa that they know the roots, they understand the environment, just like Western Hall. He came in 1989. We went to Algeria in 1990 for the Nations Cup. We came second. We lost to the host nation Algeria at the final. He built on that to 1992, Senegal 92.
Senegal 92.
We lost the semi-final to our next door neighbor, Ghana, and we got bronze medal. He worked on that also, and he took us to
1994.
Tunisia 94, and we won the gold medal. And what happened after winning the gold medal? He took us to the first ever World Cup, and what did he do? We got to the quarterfinal, our best result up to now. When he came back, there was a lot of issue. Left. His assistants
took over,
and he took us to Atlanta 96.
And we won.
And we won the gold medal. So this is what we are talking about. If you want to get a coach, you can get a coach that understands the African terrain very well. That's number one. Then you have to get an assistant that is very good, that can take over from him anytime he said, I'm not doing the work again. I don't see the reason why, if you are getting a foreign coach, we should not have the likes of either Finidi George, Emmanuel Amunike, or even Austin Iguavon to have the patience for them so that we can have the successor.
I can imagine how Senegal exercise patience with Aliou Cisse. Aliou Cisse just come over and won the Nations Cup for them. It took time.
It took
so why don't
6 years.
we have the patience we have with Las Lagabak, Philippe Trouzier, and all these coaches that if you really want to pair them against indigenous coaches, they cannot say they are better or they were better. Still, we brought them in, give them the chance to do it, but we never still really believe in that. Why is it always that? If not for Stephen Keshi, who did it in 2013, and then we look at Otto Gloria in 1980, we look at we have never been able to allow the home base or Nigerian coaches to lead Eagles. Okay,
maybe because the NFF, they are used to paying salary in dollars, not in naira. Because if they have a Nigerian coach, probably there will be the outcry from all that, okay, no, don't pay them in dollars. Pay them in naira. Let's know how it works. We've seen a lot of cases that some foreign coaches came down to this country and told us that they did not take the contract because the NFF are asking them to put some percentage on top. It happens there in this country.
I still remember, yes, the Swedish Goran Eriksson said
yes, he said that. So these are the issue, and he made that comment, he made that statement, and nobody followed it up. That, okay, let's get to the root of the matter. Who are those people involved? Are they still in the system, or they are not in the system again? So these are the problems that I think we are having. We have Nigerian coaches that can take us to that promised land. What we need to do is to have that patience for them. If you can have patience for all the coaches that you just mentioned now, what we just need to give them is 6-year plan, 4 years plan. That's the truth. Now, Nations Cup is coming in Ivory Coast, and a lot of Nigerians will be expecting that, no, with the stars, with the harries of stars that we have all over the countries in Europe, we should come and win the tournament. No, it's not done that way. You need to come and work together as a team, as a unit. Individual skills or talent cannot win you a competition. That one is very, very simple. So that's a mistake we are making. Sincerely, I think we are making the wrong choice by appointing Jose Peseiro to come in as our coach in whatever form. He shouldn't just bragado us with the word that you want to take pay cut. No, it's not about pay cut. It's because he's redundant, he doesn't have anywhere to go, and he's using Nigeria as a country to upgrade its CV. Maybe lucky he will have the luck to take us to the semi-final or the final, not because it deserves it or not because it is hard work. So automatically it's like someone using someone. He's using us definitely, the same way the NFF are using the Nigerian also. So I think the case is very, very simple. Taking the pay cut, how much is he taking as a pay cut? Is he the right candidate? Since his former contract has expired, what is the process that led to the new contract? If one wants to take now is $50,000 US, why don't you go for other coaches? We have other coaches in Africa, in managing African team, they are collecting $40,000 US per month, collecting $35,000, collecting $60,000. Why don't you call all these people, bring them together, include our local coaches also, the likes of Amuneke, Finidi George, Sunday Olise, bring them to the country, have an open interview for them where you allow the media to cover it. So let Nigeria be the judge. If you are confident that you don't have anything to hide under your cupboard. So I think, as far as I'm concerned, we are still getting it wrong here.
We've had more foreign coaches than the indigenous coaches. That's not even the issue here. But for the fact that if we look across Africa now as a continent, it seems the indigenous coaches are really doing well when it comes to AFCON. They've been doing well. They've been surprised. I still look at Aliou Cissé as an example. Senegal gave him time to ripe. They gave him chance. They endured whatever happens, and now look at that team. And aside the fact that the Teranga Lions are doing well, you look at the junior team of Senegal. They are taking a cue from the senior ones. They are also following suit. Look at Morocco. They are taking a cue from the senior team. They are also doing well, including the women football team. And if we spread that across Africa, it seems we are so attached to, maybe I should use the word Nigeria and Ghana, because right now, Ado is out, Chris Hilton is still there. Yes. And now we have Peseiro there. And Nigerians are saying, okay, why don't we allow, what is the problem between Amuneke? Because a lot of people have been pushing Amuneke should, let's just try one home base. 2013 was the last time we got to win the AFCON. 10 good years ago. All the foreigners have been around. They have not been able to do it. Is it not better we go back to our home base, rather indigenous coaches, and try something? I'm
sure the excuse that they will give us is that some of Nigerian coaches, they are arrogant, and you know the way people up there, they normally manipulate you is when they know you know what you're doing, you're not going to bend, and the next attack will come that you are arrogant. They say Sancho Olise is arrogant because he knows what he's doing. He will not take all this from them. He will not allow them to impose a player that this player must go to the World Cup. He won't do that. Emmanuel Amuneke also, he will not allow that. But the likes of Peseiro, Glazerberg, all these, Philippe Troussier, all these no names, that whatever they tell them to do, they will do it. That is what they are looking out for. You know, most people, what they normally look out for is to put people that will be like their puppet in the position that they can be able to control and fine-tune. And that is what we are going on. I mean, that is what is going on with our NFF currently right now. So we have a coach that you play 9 matches and they're paying you $70,000 on a monthly basis. 99, just 9 matches. And what have you won? What have you done? Nothing. If I ask you today, what is the Nigerian playing style? What is our playing style? Are we still playing the 4-4-2? It's actually off because... Are we playing the 3-5-2? Are we playing 4-4-3? No. If they ask you today, who is our first 11? Those days, before we play a match,
you already know that at least 10 or 8.
What we are going to do, Eguafa will be playing from the 2. What's his name? Friday Ekpo will play from...
Siasia, all of them. You can list, so, yes.
Okay, Chuku, you have them 5 and 6. You have all of them there. You know Olise will be from the midfield. You know Siasia will be there. You know Amokachi will be there. You know Rashidi Yekine will be there. You know Amokachi will be there. You know Emmanuel Amuneke is coming as a substitute. So we have it the way it should be done. But now, that's not the issue. The issue is today try, tomorrow error, and you still continue. How can you be repeating failure and you'll be expecting the same result? As
you remember, Mutiu Adepoju will be there. A lot of people can easily predict the first 11. Peter Rufai will be there. Oh my goodness. Headmaster is there. When there's a corner, you say, oh, where's Mutiu Adepoju is there to get it done. Let him get his head. So this is what we need in the country. We need to go back. What we used to do before, let's try and start doing it again. Or else, we'll just be here talking the same thing all over and all over again. It's just so unfortunate. The people we have at the helms of our affair, they're running our football in this country. They don't have the passion, because if you are doing a job that you don't have a passion for, if you are doing something that's all about money, the result is what we are having now. But if it's because of the passion that you are doing it, take it or leave it, you get the best out of it. Going extra mile to get Nigerian team. The Super Eagles back to track will be a big one, because right now we just have to get it right concerning the coaching crew. Well, Peseiro's contract has been extended, or the pay court level, and we just have to see what's going to be, because it said semi-final mark has been set for him. So painful. One of those days when Nigeria goes to tournament, the fear of Super Eagles, the beginning of wisdom for other teams, but now we are setting semi-final target for our coaches. Hopefully we get it right. Just to give you a food for talk concerning Nigerian team, Super Eagles there. Well, recently the list was released that will be playing against Sao Tome and Principe. That will be facing them in Uyo. Well, come next weekend, a big one for Nigeria. Even though we've qualified, although it's a dead rubber game there, but we hope that the new Eagles, given the opportunity, will be able to do well in that particular game. Quickly, let's talk about the FIFA Club World Cup Saudi Arabia 2023. That will be coming up. A big one there. Quickly, let's just look at the draw that will be done today. We look at the teams that are participating. And you can't for Champions League winner. We have Al Ahly there. Manchester City of that's UEFA Champions League winner. They will be there. AFC Champions League, Urawa Reds of Japan, Club Leo from CACACAF, they will also be there. You have OFC Champions League winner, Auckland City from New Zealand. You have Combo to be decided as you know that TBD, and host nation Saudi Arabia. They will feature Al Ittihad. They will be conducting the draw today. A big one there. Well, from the way it is, if you look at it on not on paper now, you want to tilt towards Manchester City, but football can be so very, very unpredictable.
Yes, and football can be so unpredictable, especially when you are playing teams that are not from your own league. You are playing teams that are from other countries and you don't know their playing pattern, and these are a champion on their own continent also. As we have the champion of Europe, we have the champion of Asia, Africa. So all of them is the meeting of the champions, you know, and that's one of the beautiful things that FIFA has done. That okay, after winning the trophy in your own continent, all of you comes together. Let's see
who is the champion of the world.
Which I think Chelsea have won before, but Arsenal, they are still training behind, praying one day they win the Champions League before they even talk about playing in the FIFA.
What has brought Chelsea and Arsenal
now,
to...
You're talking about the history.
Okay, you only went back memory lane.
Memory lane to let you know that this competition is only meant for the champions of Europe.
Okay.
And if you are not a champion of Europe, you can't participate in this tournament.
Well, maybe I should just go memory lane too. Well, there was a time Arsenal also went invincible. They play all their matches. They were not actually defeated by any team. Chelsea right now, I saw a particular funny post that said Chelsea should just go back to their dry gin and forget about it.
I think maybe that would really help them. That would really help them.
Oh my goodness.
So on this issue, and I think it's open to everybody. Now, a lot of people don't know about Al Ittihad, for example. Fabinho is there now. Kante is there now. Benzema is there now. So they have, they have the players that can also deliver the trophy, and they are playing at home. So they have that advantage. We are playing
at home support.
So this time around, it's not about all the Arabian
teams to support them.
All the Arabian supporters
they are representing.
So it's going to be a very interesting one. Then probably we'll be having a team that is winning it for the first time, because most of these teams that we have here, they've been trying. You know, Real Madrid, just like the way they've ruled over the Champions League. When it's come to this competition, also they've won it 3 times, highest so far. So let's see what's going to happen. All eyes will be on Manchester City, but it's not over until it's over. Don't be surprised. An unknown team can just come and surprise them.
A big one there. Looking at the draw that will be coming up today. That has to do with FIFA Club World Cup that will be hosted by Saudi Arabia. They have a team Al Ittihad there. Quickly, let's run through the remaining 2 stories as we talk about Ten Hag having issue with Jadon Sancho just recently. A lot of things coming up there. Ten Hag to hold talks with Sancho after social media drama. We saw a particular tweet coming from Jadon Sancho. Let's look at that tweet from him where he actually spoke concerning issue with the coach. Well, talking about his training skills and all that. But right now he says, please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I've conducted myself in training very well this week. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which is not fair. All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all decisions that are made by the coaching staff. I play with fantastic players and grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge. I will continue to fight for this badge, no matter what. That's Manchester United player Jadon Sancho talking about this issue. I don't want to call it beef with his coach, but another issue coming up now. Is it Sancho? Is it Erik ten Hag? Because I remember Ronaldo's case. I remember Jesse Lingard. I remember a lot of issues now. A lot of people are already saying, is it the coach or the players?
Okay, and it's both ways, both the coach and the players. And you know, when you have a ship, you must have only one captain that is driving the ship. The players must respect their coach. That's the truth. And it's not only the issue with Lingard, even Rashford. He had issue with Rashford also last season. But also, on the way things work now, is both of you, both the player and the coach, you must learn how to manage yourself. The players must know how to manage the coach must learn how to manage the player. If your attitude is not that bad, is it because you miss a training? Because that's the issue here, that he's been lazy during the training session and what have you. If that's the issue, give him the opportunity. Nobody is saying the training, but people will see it when it comes to playing matches. Now, the player that is benching Sancho for is Anthony. And to be honest, to be sincere with you, Anthony is a flop, to be honest with you. So give Sancho that opportunity during the match. Let him play. Let people judge that, no, in fact, Anthony is better than a lot of Manchester United supporters. They are not on the side of the coach right now. They are on the side of Sancho, that no, this is not the Sancho that came to Manchester United with that passion, and we saw what he has done. So I think they both need to learn how to manage themselves. As far as I'm concerned, the coach doesn't have any reason. When you have a match like that of Arsenal, Manchester United, at least you are giving him 10 minutes instead of bringing John Evans and Maguire to come in at the 9 minutes. I think it should have been someone like Sancho's to pull the attack because of his pace and because of his skills and goal sense. It will have made a difference for them. So I'll put it on the coach.
A big one there coming from Lyle Putas concerning Manchester United, their coach Erik ten Hag, and Jadon Sancho concerning the little brouhaha happening there in Manchester United. And the last one has to do with the man of the moment called Mo Salah. Al Ittihad delegation in England to push for Salah's signing for 200 million. They are already in England. They really want to push for this.
They'll come back with their check.
Seriously.
They'll come back with their check.
I like that particular close-up there. They'll come back with their check because Liverpool will not allow Salah to move. But anything can happen. Let's wait and see. Their own deal will be closing on 7th and today is 5th. Let's see what happens there. Olale Peter has been with me in the studio. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
It's my pleasure being here, Adeni.
I'm Adeni Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.